All right, Algebra 1, you are on your last midterm review. Okay, we got 4 problems here to do. This is the stuff we just learned, so it should be easy peasy. So our first question, of course, you're trying all of these on your own first, and you're checking your answers as we go, making notes down on the side so that you can study this up. 10 students participated in a survey where the number of hours spent studying and the corresponding number of practice problems completed were recorded. The correlation coefficient is 0.45. Remember, that's the R value. R is 0.45. So the first thing we notice is the R value is positive, so it can't be negative. Okay? So we know B is not a possible answer. Okay? And remember, the closer it is to 1 or negative 1 means it's strong. 0.45 is not close to 1, so this is not strong. So it can't be A, and it can't be C, which means it has to be D. It is a weak positive. 0.45 is weak. It's not very close to 1. It's a little closer to 0. And it's positive, so it's a weak positive correlation or association. Okay, 16. So you're going to have a problem like this. It's going to look like there's so much stuff. And there is a lot of stuff to look at here. But if we look, this table represents the number of people attending a concert each year from 2010 to 2014. Okay, we can see in 2010 there was 15,000, 2011, see the number is going up as the years go by. Jake wants to display this data on a set of axes. So Jake wants to actually graph these. And we're trying to figure out on the X and the Y axis, what numbers should we put here? Okay, do we do little numbers, big numbers? What numbers should we do? So let's look at the first one. X is the years from 2010 to 2014. So I definitely think this should be 2010, ... all the way to 2014, right? We wouldn't want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 2000. That wouldn't make any sense, right? We wouldn't want just the number of people, right? On our X, we definitely don't want the number of people on our X-axis. We want the number of years. X goes on the X, Y goes on the Y. So we know we want this to be our year. So it could be A or B right now. Now, if you look, there's a difference between our Y-axis. Y-axis is just the number of people for A, and for D, it's the number of attendees in 1,000. Now, if you picture, imagine having to write 1, 2, 3, and you would have to get all the way up to 19,000 people. That's way, way, way too many numbers to put on this X or on the Y axis. So we don't want to count by ones. We would want to count by thousands, right? 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, all the way up to 19,000. That makes way more sense, so D is definitely the appropriate answer for this one. Okay, so didn't have to do much math, but we did have to look at our numbers to see what makes sense for a graph. Okay, right, and B and C just made no sense. We wouldn't put the number of people on the x-axis because years is our x values. Number of people is our y value. Okay, 17. A scientist records the temperature of a solution in a laboratory experiment at different times. The table shows the temperature of the solution at several points. So which scatter plot could represent the scientist's data? So let's go ahead and put in our scatter plot. So we have the point 0, 20. We have the point 5, 23. We have 10, 26. And we got 15, 29. Now I can't see anything. I just need to zoom out. So here I'm looking at my points. I'll make it a little bigger for you. Here's my points. I can see my points are going up. Okay, so X is my minutes. So as my time is going up, my temperature is also going up. So which scatter plot could represent the data? A straight line going up and curving slightly. I don't really see it curving. a straight line going upwards, a curve going down or upwards steeply, or a curve going downwards. Now, I definitely don't see a curve, right? And if I put in my cheat code, mx1 plus b, I can see I have a straight line that's going right through my points. Okay, so it's definitely not curved, not curved, not curved. So it has to be B, a straight line going upward. Okay, last one. So let's find the line of best fit. We just did this. So remember, the first thing we want to do, and I'm going to cheat a little bit, is we want to make an oval that fits around our data. So if I make an oval that kind of fits around our data, maybe I can't do it this way. It would look something like this. Catch the bees. Okay, I'm going to put a point on each end. I'm going to connect it with a line. Now, I'm trying to find 2 points that land nicely on the line. I can't really see my numbers too well here. So if I'm trying to find what 2 points end up nicely on my line, okay, any points that are nice, clean points. So if I look at this, I see that I have a nice point at 0, 4 maybe. I have a nice point at 9, 7. I have a nice point at 6, 6. I have a nice point at 3, 5. Right? And I just need 2 of these points. So you're just finding 2 pretty points. It's better if they're farther away. So I'm going to type in a table and I'm going to pick 2 of them. I'm going to do 0, 4. And I'm going to do 9, 7. I'm going to put in my cheat code. Y1 squiggly mx1 plus b. Okay, I have my m value and my b value. Now, you can see none of these actually match any of these. And this can happen sometimes. So we're going to look for which one is closest. So if I'm looking here, I have y equals 0.33 repeating, x plus 4. If I turn 0.33 repeating into a fraction, that's 1/3. So really, it's y equals 1/3 x plus 4. So if I'm looking here, this negative definitely doesn't make sense. I don't have a negative. Plus 8 is really far away from 4, so I don't think it's B either. So the question is A or is D closer? I think 3 is closer to 4 and 1/2 is closer to 1/3, so I would say A is the better answer. Okay, 2x is just a lot bigger than 1/3. 2 is close to 4, but both of these are closer. So because you're approximating your line of best fit, you're just going to pick which one is closest. In this case, it was A. Okay, and that is everything for your midterm review. Okay, so you're going to have 52 questions on your midterm, but only 21 of those questions are graded. And we just did 18 that are exactly like the ones you'll see. So if you know all of these problems, how to do them start to finish without any help from notes or anything, you'll be perfectly good to go. So make sure you're studying up. Make sure you know all these and you'll be good. All right, Tokar out.